Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Football. Apologies for this video coming this late, literally 3 hours before the deadline. I got sick this week, but that's a story for another day. But as long as we do it right, as long as we do it, the Champions League is back. Makes everything feel better, makes you feel more healthy watching this kind of football. So how does my team look for match day 7? I might still make a couple of changes because there's still a couple of players that I'm not very sure about. So let's get to how my team is looking. You might I've already seen this team already on the community tab, but Kepa is in goal for me. I was also thinking about going to a Dortmund goalkeeper instead. That could be a move I could make, but I feel like Dortmund will have more opportunities and more shots than Chelsea. So hopefully Kepa can have more saves, and I don't think any of them will keep a clean sheet. In my back three, I've just brought in Theo Hernandez for Akanji. I think Leipzig will score against Man City. And I'm not even sure if Akanji will start. Like with Ake and Walker and all these guys, anyone could start. Diaz was subbed the other day. He could even end up starting. I just don't want to take the risk. Grimaldo is in my team. These days he scores like from every single free kick he takes. And Club Brugge have been terrible in terms of defense. And Grimaldo is a defender who goes forward a lot. So it can actually get you a goal or an assist easily. The thing I don't really expect is them to keep a clean sheet at Club Brugge. I feel like Club Brugge will score in their home game. And then Cancelo is not really in my team. He's always been in my team at Man City, but for Bayern, he wasn't in my team until I realized he's already gotten a couple of assists for Bayern Munich, and though he's been playing already, I was like, yeah, he's coming straight to my team. And know how good he is in terms of, even if they don't keep a clean sheet, the way he gets points for recovering balls and everything, amazing. So that is how my defense is looking. In terms of midfield, Musiala, some people have asked me why not bring Coman or Sane. I feel like Musiala is great because he's been my team the whole season. I feel like he always does the job in that midfield spot. I think he will be in my team. I'm not very sure about that game. I have a feeling it's going to end something crazy like 3-3. That is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's going to end something crazy like 3-3. Bellingham is in my team as well against Chelsea. Chelsea are not the best defensively. So, I mean, they don't consider a bunch of goals or anything like that, but I think Dortmund have a great chance of scoring a couple of goals against Chelsea. And Bellingham has been probably the best player in the Champions League this season, apart from Mbappe and the Porto goalkeeper. I think that those are the only two players that have really been almost the same as Bellingham, but Bellingham in the Champions League this season, amazing. Joao Mario, I mean, penalties. Benfica are winning every single game. They're scoring goals. Club Brugge have been conceding 2-3 goals every single game the last 10 games. So that is a huge opportunity for Joao Mario to get some returns. And then Vinicius Jr. against Liverpool. Yes, Liverpool beat Everton yesterday, but I'm still not convinced about them. I feel like Real Madrid could easily get a win in this one and win both games, actually. And then Kvaratskhelia at away from home. I mean, so saying that Real Madrid themselves are a lot of points behind Barcelona. I think it could be like 11 points behind them. So they're not the best as well the last 1 month or something. I think they lost to, was it Mallorca or something? They lost they had a very bad result a couple of weeks ago. But against Liverpool, I feel like in the Champions League, Real Madrid are built different. And then Kvaratskhelia is on the right for me, or in midfield for me. Should we even talk about Napoli? I don't think there's any need of talking about Napoli. Napoli is Napoli. They'll score a bunch of goals against anyone. That is why I also have Victor Osimhen up front against Frankfurt. I mean, their away game, Frankfurt could at least get a draw for themselves, but if it's not going to be 0-0, it could be like 2-2 or something, or 3-2 to Napoli. So I think Osimhen will do a great job there at Kvaratskhelia. And when Osimhen scores, Kvaratskhelia assists. When Kvaratskhelia scores, Osimhen sometimes assists. So I think Kvaratskhelia has double figures in terms of goals and assists. You definitely have to have him in your team. And then up front, I have Messi. That is because Mbappe was injured, and I'm hearing he's going to start on the bench. So I'm happy to keep Messi there. And I think he's going to be my captain for the first day because he's Lionel Messi, and he always delivers. Even in a game like this, if it's a high-scoring game, you would expect Messi to get an assist and even a goal in such kind of a game. And then on the bench, I have Diogo Costa. Saves penalties for fun in the Champions League. Dumfries hasn't started the last couple of games. He's playing on the very final day, Wednesday of next week. So we get to see the lineup. So if he doesn't start, I wouldn't really bring him in. But this is one of the players that you would end up removing before the deadline hits. Erling Haaland, obviously, you have to have him in your team. He will probably score going back to Germany. And then Di Lorenzo, Napoli defender. That is 3 Napoli players. Remember, you can have as many as 4. So I've not I've now discounted having 4 Napoli players at all. I'm just thinking who I could bring on, or who should I bring on? A player from Tottenham against AC Milan who've been conceding 4-5 goals against Lazio, Sassuolo. I'm still thinking of that. So that is how my team is looking in terms of dates. As you can see, Dumfries, Haaland, Di Lorenzo, Costa all playing next week, and most of the players in the starting lineup are playing this week for me, apart from Osimhen, Kvaratskhelia, Vinicius, and Vinicius. So just those 3 who are playing next week. Everyone else is playing this week. So that is how my team is looking. In terms of my predictions for this week, do we have the fixtures here? We have the fixtures here. So my predictions for this week, I'm going to go for AC Milan, Tottenham. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw there. As you know, I'm not the biggest fan of Tottenham, but I think they'll get something there because AC Milan always concede goals. But Tottenham missing the likes of Bentancur in midfield and all those players. Lloris missing as well. I'm going to go for 1-1. PSG, Bayern, I'm going to reduce the score. I'm going to say by PSG 2, Bayern 2. The Wednesday, Dortmund, Chelsea, I think Dortmund will win that one by 3-2. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Club Brugge, Benfica. I'm going to go for Club Brugge 1, Benfica 2. So far, I'm predicting every team to score. Frankfurt, Napoli. I'm going to go for Frankfurt 1, Napoli 2. Liverpool 1, Real Madrid 2 is my prediction for that one. And then in the final day, I'm going to go for a draw, actually. Leipzig 2, Man City 2. And then I'm going to go for Inter Milan 1, Porto 1. So I've gone for every single team to score. Those are my predictions. Captaincy, as I said, I'm going to go for Messi on the first day. Probably Osimhen or Kvaratskhelia on the day Napoli play if none of my captains have performed well yet. But I'm also thinking about the likes of Rafa Silva and players from Benfica, if I can get any one of them in. And obviously Haaland as well. But that is how my team is looking. I'm really quite happy with this one for now. I might still end up making changes, maybe 2. I don't think it's going to be more than that. I'm doubting Musiala. Is there a better option than Musiala? Maybe. Thinking about the Hernandez as well. Is there a better option? Should I go for a Tottenham defender instead? Because I also understand AC Milan have conceded the most set pieces in Serie A, and Tottenham have scored the most in the Premier League. So should we go for the likes of Eric Dyer and such kind of players? Kepa, should I go for the players like Kobel instead, a different goalkeeper? Should I add another Napoli player in this team, maybe a Zielinski or someone? Should I go for another PSG player, maybe risk Mbappe instead of Messi? There's a lot of decisions still to be made, but as of now, I'm happy with this one. Again, apologies for this video coming so late. You can never predict sickness, but it just popped up, and but we are good now. We are good now. This is how my team is looking. As always, send in any questions that you have. I will be answering them in the comment section before the deadline. By the time you see this, there'll still be like 3 hours to the deadline. So a lot of time to get in your questions. I know the round of 16 is very one of the most important times to set up your teams, apart from when you're playing your wildcard and your limitless chip. This is where you can get your subs right, your transfers right, and different. You can go for differentials, and there's a couple of those. So obviously, a lot of people will go for Kvaratskhelia, a lot of people will go for Mbappe. So if you can get the perfect differential, that would be great. But thank you for watching. Catch up with you guys on the next one.